Always like this.
What?
Raining. It's always the middle of the night and it's always raining. Rain and the criminal impulse. Make a good subject for a research paper.
Oh, yeah.
He's been dead about 4 hours. He was a sick man. Asthma. Used an inhaler. But that didn't kill him.
What did then?
I'd say cerebral hemorrhage due to a blow on the base of the skull.
Could he have fallen during a struggle, struck his head?
Oh, I'm more inclined to think the injury was caused by a direct blow from a heavy object.
There's nothing here.
What about this blood?
From the wound and from his ear.
So he was killed here in the outer office, dragged in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, perhaps he was interrupted. Anybody see anything, hear anything?
No, they're all offices shut.
Good evening, sir. And who are you?
Oh, Harper. Arthur Harper.
Ah, yes,
I'm
you're
sorry.
the solicitor's clerk.
Yes, Mr. Gennell's managing clerk. I'm sorry I've been so long, but your people had some difficulty in finding me. But you see, it's Thursday.
Thursday?
Well, I always spend Thursday evenings with my mother. Oh, this is a terrible thing. Do you know, I've worked for Mr. Gemmell for nearly 20 years. We've never had any trouble before. Is he in there? May I see him?
Yes, we'd like you to identify, but have a look round first.
Well,
see if
it's
anything's
difficult to
always
know
where
where
to
to
begin.
say.
Be careful, don't touch anything. And where were you?
Humphrey Bogart, National Film Theatre. Paralyzed general, 2 beautiful daughters, and a missing $4 million. Great stuff. What's this one about?
The money. It's all gone. I don't understand it. When I left Mr. Gemmell here,
much?
there was exactly £11.75.
A murdered solicitor and a missing £11.75. What would Humphrey Bogart have made of that?
Hi. You were dreaming.
Was I?
Your eyelids were quivering. That means your eyeballs are rolling about underneath. Rolling eyeballs. That's how you can tell when people are dreaming. I've seen programs about that on the box. What was it about, your dream?
Go away, will you? Let's go.
You look ever so tired.
I am, so why don't you just run along?
I'm only being friendly. Why'd you come down here? Just to have a kip? Is that what you wanted? Dark, crowded place? Well, it's dark enough. But I can think of quieter places.
Look, are you going to move, or am I?
You're all damp. You've been walking in the rain. Or running.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm just being friendly. I'm a very friendly girl. And it gets me into a lot of trouble. Look, I just don't like to see a fellow human being sitting on his own, wet and hungry. Here, have one.
No, thanks.
I'm giving up smoking. Now I'm hooked on dolly mixtures. When my brother was running away from the police, he was in this borstal, you see. He didn't have anything to eat for 3 days, except sugar lumps. He was in this borstal near Rugby. He lived on knocked-off credit cards for 9 months, travelling about mostly. Anyway, after Borstal, they put him in one of these psychiatric places. That's where they brainwash you to fit into society, little realising it's society that needs standing on its head. Hey, don't go. There's nothing to be scared of.
Why did you tell me all that?
I was paying you a compliment. I only tell people I can trust, and people who can trust me. My name's Tricia. I'll tell you something else now. I know what you were dreaming about. Bars. Gold bars. I told you. You can trust me. Mr. Thomas.
safe open when you left?
Yes. Mr. Gemmell and I both had a set of keys. Whoever was the last to leave locked up. That was our little rule.
And you left Mr. Gemmell working alone in here?
Yes.
Now, what about that outer door? Did it lock behind you when you left?
Of course, I wouldn't have wanted people coming in here off the
And
street.
helping themselves to the petty cash. No, quiet. Well, give the officer your mother's address.
My mother.
Where you spent the evening.
Oh, yes, quite.
Was there anyone else there?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, it was quite a little party. Her neighbours and some old friends of mine.
All
from
right,
Bexley.
the officer
And-
will take a statement from you. Oh, I want a list of missing items. Anything at all, doesn't matter how unimportant it may seem.
Of course.
Oh, and I also want the client's cash book and the client's ledger.
Superintendent, those documents are highly confidential.
This is a murder investigation.
Of course, of course. I don't know what Mr. Gemmell would have... But I don't suppose that matters now.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Oh, good night.
What's that about?
None of this adds up, that's what it's about. What sort of idiot villain does a solicitor's office? Even the most inept amateur knows that solicitors do hardly any cash transactions.
Impulse?
Oh, why don't you go back to the pictures?
What's up with you?
Look, it's late, I'm tired. It's the third major job this month, and
Gesundheit.
I'm getting a cold.
Who found the body?
Caretaker lives in the basement, makes a round of the building during the night.
And the door was open?
Both doors, outer and inner.
So, not forced, Gemmell let him in. Someone he knew?
It's possible.
Or is it? Someone he knew who killed him for 1175?
About him. He's the night porter, he's hardly ever here. Come on. Come on in. There's nobody here. Nobody's gonna bite you. I'll put the gas stove on. It'll soon warm up. Do you want some coffee? I can't offer you anything stronger. Alcohol is the opiate of the bourgeoisie. Mine's pot, but I'm out of it. I'm between jobs at the moment, you see. Oh, I was in this chemist last week. My God, the things they asked for. There was this little kid. He couldn't have been more than about 13. Well, come on. Take your coat off. There's a hook on the door. Don't talk much, do you? You're supposed to get out of the habit where you've been. What's the matter? You still don't trust me? Do you think I'm going to hurl open the window and scream for the law?
I trust you.
That's better. Thought your face was never going to crack.
I like the gallery.
Know who they are?
Well, that's Lenin.
And Trotsky, Che, Fidel, Bonnie and Clyde. I'm a revolutionary.
You don't say.
Yeah.
How did Bonnie and Clyde get in with that lot?
Some criminals are the vanguard of the revolution. They're the ones that challenge authority. Hold up trains. Rob banks. I'll get you coffee.
Where'd you get all that?
I don't know. I read it somewhere. Maybe it was Fanon or Karl Marx. Das Kapital. Can't remember.
Are you working actively for the revolution?
I'm on probation. That's a start, isn't it? And I go on demos. Oh, and we used to sell the Labour worker outside Ford's at Dagenham.
We?
My ex-fella. Do you want to stay the night? It's okay. I can sleep on the sofa.
I'll sleep on the sofa.
You got out this morning, didn't you?
Yes.
The papers are full of it. You must be ever so clever. I remember your case. Bank job, Sendall Lane. I used to get 5 papers a day while your trial was on.
They gave me 7 years.
Oh, well, you're out now. What you going to do? Hey, I tell you what. Why don't we dig up all that money you knocked off and let's beat it to South America? Gorillas out there could do with a few million quid.
Okay. But there's a little thing I'd like to do before we go.
What's that?
Well, I seem a bit square to a bloodthirsty revolutionary, but I want to see my wife. That's all. I just want to see my wife.
working.
Someone has to. Seen the paper this morning? C3 have just been through. The safe's covered in Thomas's dabs.
Yeah, I know. I got it over the air from the information room.
Careless. Seems he wiped the door handles but forgot the safe. Odd.
Better get his CRO file up.
What do you want to know?
Wasn't there some talk at the time about Thomas being involved with others on the bank job?
One other, name of Clifford. It seems that they were partners together in a small printing business.
They were never able to get enough to pin anything on Clifford. Thomas always insisted he'd done the job alone, and Clifford's still around, that right?
Alive and living in Edgware.
Living well?
No, he's too clever. He's waiting for the dust to settle down before he starts splashing out.
It's 2 years, though, since Thomas was sent down.
He's got his little printing business to keep him going. He's patient.
Or innocent.
You ask Evans on the flying squad, it was his case. He's certain.
Better get Clifford in.
Well, Hollis has got him already over at Wandsworth. Had him there most of the night.
Hollis, he's handling the escape, is he?
Yeah.
What else has he done?
Well, he's got 2 men in a car and a Q car down the road from Thomas's home. And he's also got a WDS inside, keeping Mrs. Thomas company.
Get Clifford in. Talk to him. I've got a call to make.
Whatever's happened, it's still my house.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes?
Chief Superintendent Kingdom, may I come in?
You're the third, 24 hours. He's not here.
I didn't really think he would be. Sergeant Fry looking after you?
I've been assigned to keep surveillance, sir.
Have you? Well, I'm reassigning you. I'm sure Mrs. Thomas could do with a cup of tea. Are these the kids?
Yes?
Taken at Ilfracombe. Lantern Hill in the background. Unmistakable. Where are they now? Was it coincidence that you sent them away 2 days before your husband broke out of prison? Well, was it? Does the name Gemmell mean anything to you? You know, I never met your husband. I had nothing to do with this case, but I've been reading the conviction papers on the way over. It was a first offence, wasn't it?
He's never been in trouble before.
Nice house, nice kids. Seems a pity.
Yes, well, that can't be helped, can it? That's done, can't be undone. It's the future I'm concerned with. There's plenty that could be done to help him now.
Oh, like what?
Well, try thinking about it. Use your imagination. It was his first offence. He's not a hardened criminal, but he was sent away for 7 years.
He stole a lot of money.
Yes, and what have you stolen, eh? The one thing you should have left him. Hope. That's what you've taken away. 7 years for a man with a young family. It's like a death sentence.
I realise this must be a difficult time for you, Mrs. Thomas. Do you have no friends who could come and keep you company?
I don't want friends. What's happened just embarrasses them. It's just me and the children now. I don't take them to see him anymore, you know. He wasn't even allowed to give them a hug. When it was time to go, they'd scream the place down and Steve would go the colour of that wall. So I'd go by myself and we just sit and stare at each other. It'd be better if I never saw him at all. You know, being there and not being able to touch. That's what Steve couldn't stand. Just sitting there, staring at each other across a table twice a month, with the warders standing behind you pretending you're not there. If only they'd let us have some time alone together. Why can't they give us that?
I'm afraid I don't make the prison regulations.
If he gets out in 5 years' time, John will be 13. What are they going to have to say to each other?
Why did they do it?
He, Superintendent. Why did he do it? I don't know anything about they.
No, I wasn't trying to trick you. I just want to know what sort of a man he is.
So you can work out his next move and bung him straight back inside.
There is another reason.
Well, I knew what he was like before. What he's like now after what... You said there was another reason. What? What's happened? Have you found him? Hello? It's the wrong number.
No, we haven't found him. Mrs. Thomas, he seems a reasonable sort of man. 5 years is a long time, but 10 is twice as long. It'd be a shame if he did anything silly. Tell him to give himself up.
Don't worry, Steve. We'll work something out.
We'll get you two together even if we have to bomb New Scotland Yard.
(286-3519).
At the moment. He won't be long. Have a seat.
Clifford in there. Morning, Mr. Harper.
As I was saying, sir, have a seat.
John Clifford?
Yes.
Yes. I'm Detective Inspector Ward. Making yourself at home, Mr. Clifford?
Mister, things are looking up. Last night it was Clifford this and Clifford the other. Where did you learn your nice manners, Inspector? University? They say the force could do with some more brains.
They could be right, Mr. Clifford. A few more brains a year or so back and you might be serving time alongside your friend Thomas.
You people never give up, do you? I'm sorry to see that I'm such a thorn in your side. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Mr. Thomas and I were just business partners. That's all.
In the bank robbery business.
The printing business. What we did with our spare time was our own affair. I played golf. He robbed banks, okay?
And what are you doing now, Mr. Clifford?
Same business, scraping a living. Well, if ever you want any discount on the printing for the police ball, just give me a ring.
What do you print in your printing business? Banknotes?
Are you going to take one of those?
What's the matter? Are you nervous?
No. Just a little tired of being harassed by the police. Look, I know nothing about Thomas. I don't know where he is or how he got out. Just write that down and I'll sign it and then perhaps I can get back with my work.
No. I'm not interested in how he got out.
Oh?
No, I'm much more interested in murder.
Murder?
Murder of a man named Gemmell.
Never heard of him.
He was beaten over the head in his office last night. The solicitor. Offices in Bull Lane.
Bull Lane. My solicitors are Davidson and Sons. Grafton Walk, EC1. They're in the book. Give them a ring.
Where were you last night?
Wandsworth.
No. Before that. You arrived home at 9. The police were waiting for you. Where'd you come from?
The office.
Gemmell's office?
My office. I work late.
Alone.
You try getting staff to work after 6 these days.
Where's Inspector Ward?
In the interview room with Clifford.
Superintendent.
Mr. Harper, I'll be with you in a minute.
So why did Thomas go to a solicitor the minute he got out of the nick?
I'm not a clairvoyant. Perhaps he wants a divorce, or maybe he's going to lodge an appeal.
No, I've got a better idea.
Oh, have you? Oh, who are you?
Chief Superintendent Kingdom.
Oh, top brass. I'm flattered.
He'd have needed money when he got out. Where'd you bury the money, Clifford?
Here we go. What money?
From the Send Hole Lane Bank.
Oh, that money. I sent it to Oxfam. They bought 5 million 10 pegs with it.
Thomas would have needed money when he got out. Is that why he went to see Gemmell? Whoever helped him over the wall would have had money, a lot of money. Who looks after it for you, Clifford?
You know, with those glasses, you really should have joined the KGB. You would have had a hero's progress to the top.
You're a funny man, Clifford. And clever, you got away with it for 2 years. But don't push your luck. Anything else?
They're the clothes you were wearing yesterday.
Sure. I didn't have time to go back last night. Your colleagues were waiting for me when I got back.
Send someone round to his home. Get him a complete change of clothes. Shirt, shoes, underwear, the lot.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Most necessary, Mr. Clifford. Then send what he's wearing to the lab for a quick check. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Well, how'd you get on? What happened?
Sorry, Steve, I couldn't get anywhere near. The fuzz.
How many?
2 in a parked van at the end of the street. At least I think they were the law. And 2 women in the house.
2?
You're Diana, and it must have been that female fuzz who answered the phone. What are we going to do now?
I don't know. What would Karl Marx have done?
Oh, written a fat book full of long words. Castro's a better bet. More your man of action.
We're not in a position to fight a guerrilla war.
No. Besides, you're not the violent type. Or are you?
What do you mean?
Not only does he do bank jobs and breaks out of prison, but he robs and kills the bourgeoisie. The rate you're going, you'll soon have more fans than Meg's diamond.
And there was nothing missing.
Nothing. Apart from the petty cash, which you already know about.
Yeah. Tea.
But I think...
Yes?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think Mr. Gemmell's personal file, I'm sure I saw it on his desk yesterday afternoon.
What did you keep in there?
Oh, letters and things. Personal things.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Harper. I want you to do something for me. This is your client's cash book. Now, I'm going to read out the names of all the people who do business with your firm. And I want you to tell me how many of these people you've never actually met. Right? Jarvis Benson. Ever met him?
Well, I didn't do it.
No?
This wasn't me.
It's okay. I believe you.
It's some kind of police trick. They're trying to panic me.
Steve, you were there last night, weren't you? They wouldn't say they wanted to interview you in connection with etc., etc. if they weren't sure you were there.
I needed money. I robbed the safe.
Well, who killed that old man?
I don't know. I didn't know anything about it till I read that paper. Anyway, what is this? What do you care? Since when did you care about people getting killed? What are you suddenly getting so squeamish about, huh? Game's over, is it? It was all a bit of a giggle. Well, I was a brilliant bank robber, but now I'm a vicious killer.
Look, I didn't say that.
You're thinking it. Well, go on. Ring the police. Turn me in.
Look, stop it.
What are you waiting for? Scared I might kill you?
I just want you to tell me the truth.
I've told you the truth.
All right. If you've told me the truth, what's this? What are you doing with this? It's got blood on it. He was an old man. He'd got asthma. They found an inhaler. And he was banged over the head with that gun. Now, am I right?
Trevor Williams?
Oh, yes. A very old and respected client.
Raymond York?
No. No, I don't think I ever met Mr. York.
He's never written? You've never spoken to him on the phone?
No, I don't think I have.
Right. So there are 10 clients here whom you've never corresponded with, never spoken to, never seen.
Yes. It must seem rather odd.
Not really. Not odd at all. Well, thank you, Mr. Harper. We'll let you know if you can help us in any other way.
Oh, I'm sure there's a simple explanation.
There is. Get anything out of Clifford?
He's enjoying the sparring. He's been through this too often.
Does he know Gemmell?
Says not.
And what do you say? He knew him. He was the banker. Come. Solicitors hold money for clients. A lot of money. Money for debtors, money is to be paid into court, money for house purchase, and they pay it into the banks in clients' accounts. Now, if that money's hot, who's to know? Who's going to ask questions? Are the bank to know that those clients don't exist?
So Gemmell was the banker for Thomas and Clifford. What about last night?
A meeting, a row. Maybe Gemmell was being difficult, refusing to shell out.
So Thomas killed him and disappeared with the petty cash?
Yeah.
Or one of them killed him?
Well, Thomas's dabs are all over that safe. There's no doubt about that.
It's not his style.
And Clifford's not a very pleasant character.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just, I think he's been getting under your skin.
Why do you get under anybody's skin?
Because he got away with it before.
There are no facts to prove that Clifford wasn't there. Just as there were no facts to prove that he wasn't a party to the bank job. But you and I and every man in this force know that he was.
And there's damn all we can do about it. Look, I'm not stitching him up just because he happens to have made idiots of us in the past. We have to prove, conclusively, without supposition, who killed Gemmell. Yeah. Any sign of that murder weapon yet?
Afraid not. But we've turned up something else. An address book. There, under C. Belongs to Gemmell. It was in his desk at home.
Clifford, eh? Address and phone number. I've got another job for you. There's a file of Gemmell's missing, full of letters, personal stuff, right?
Right. So he's never heard of Gemmell.
Hang on, don't jump the gun.
He's not talking himself out of that.
Look, it's not going to help.
Heresy, get me.
All right, so he knew Gemmell. Does that prove they were together on the bank job? Does it prove he was there last night?
Well, then how do we get him?
Well, Clifford may not talk, but there's somebody else who might, if we can convince her that she's got nothing to lose.
And once she's talked...
Alan, we're going to treat her gently, don't forget. Whistle up a card.
Look, I can't name names. One day the police may get at you, and then my wife and kids will suffer.
What about the gun?
I found it.
You found it? Where?
On the floor.
You just happened to find a gun lying on the solicitor's office floor?
Yes.
With blood on it?
I didn't notice the blood.
Didn't it strike you as funny?
Of course it did.
Oh, well, I guess these things happen every day. We just don't get to hear about
Look,
them.
for God's sake, it's the truth.
Do you know something? That story's so cockeyed, it's got to be true.
Thanks.
What are we going to do with you?
Well, they'll be searching for me in droves now. And I think all I ever really wanted was a quiet life. I didn't want a revolution. I was happy the way things were.
Well, why did you do it then?
I don't know. Started off as a joke. We noticed the shop to let next door to the bank. We'd sit and talk about it, plan it, when we hadn't got any work on. And suddenly it was real. We were going to do it. And there was no turning back. I'm going to give myself up.
No, you can't.
I will, without any fuss. I'll go quietly back to the Nick. I made such a mess of everything. I mucked up her life and the kids. If I could just have 1 hour alone with her to tell her how much I still...
Oh, look, Steve, you'll have your hour. I don't know how, but we'll work something out. You know, if you weren't such a sweet old-fashioned thing who loved his wife, I'd do something about you. There's not much love about these days.
What would Marx have to say about that?
Love?
Well, he must have wondered about it.
I think that was Cole Porter.
Yes, I've seen the papers. Why didn't you tell me?
I wasn't sure, and I thought you had enough to put up with.
How kind. Are you sure now?
He was there last night. There's no doubt.
Look, he didn't
He
do
was there.
that.
That's all I'm saying.
He's not a murderer. He wouldn't harm a fly.
Why was he there last night?
Look, you don't know him. He couldn't have done that.
Had you ever met Mr. Gemmell? You live very well. How do you keep this house going? You don't work, you've no regular income. How do you manage?
My husband has a share in a business. I draw an income.
Ah, Mr. Clifford pays you an income, does he? Very generous income by the look of it. He's going to dry up now. Mr. Gemmell opened a lot of accounts for non-existent clients. We know where the money in those accounts came from now. We know the whole story.
Do you ever feel bitter
What about?
about your husband going to prison for 7 years? Rotting inside while Clifford goes free. Why'd you cover up for him? Friendship? Loyalty?
Or was it because your husband wanted you and the kids to live in comfort while he was away? Look, there's no point in covering up for Clifford. Whatever happens, he's for the high jump, and that money's going to stop coming in. Do you fancy Clifford? Did you ever? Difficult man to like, I would have thought. You never felt that it was probably he who talked your husband into doing that robbery. He talked him into it. He was the instigator, yet he roams around free while your Steve rots in jail. Must be a very difficult thing to live with.
You and the kids are going to have something else to live with now. Something much worse. Your husband's going to stand trial again. This time for murder.
Oh, he's not a murderer. Oh, he's not. Well, he only came out because he couldn't stand being shut away. He needs us. He's the sort of person who has to have someone. He needs me.
Well, if it wasn't him, who was it? I mean, how many people were in that office last night? Just your husband? Or was Clifford there? He would have been if he'd had an interest in that money. Think about it, Mrs. Thomas. Is Clifford the killer?
Just a minute. You do know everything, don't you? It's not a trick.
We know.
And there's no point in keeping quiet. Now.
Good afternoon. I'm from the National Leisure Council, and I'd like to just ask you a few questions.
I'm sorry, it's not very convenient just now.
Oh, it won't take a minute. Just a few simple details about your leisure habits. You do have leisure habits, don't you? Yes, of course. We all do, don't we? Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Miss
Gladstone. Miss Olivia Gladstone. Now, which of you two ladies is the lady of the house?
I am, but I'm
good.
afraid
It's quite a painless process. Just a few questions, a yes here and a no there.
I really don't think Mrs. Thomas wants to be bothered just now.
It would be most
I'll answer for myself. Thank you. Please, come in.
Thank you. What a charming room. I do congratulate you. Shall we begin? Now then, which of these activities, if any, do you or your husband pursue? Rock climbing? Camping? Canoeing? Skiing? Not the sporty type, are we? My, this is thirsty work. Pony trekking? Cycling? Cross-country running? Oh, must be jolly near tea time. Yes, well, walking? Basket weaving? Table tennis?
May I have a look at your questionnaire?
Certainly not. It's highly confidential.
Basket weaving is a craft, Miss Gladstone.
How clever of you to notice that.
So why have you got it all mixed up with those sports, then?
Pardon?
It's in the wrong category, Miss Gladstone.
No, it's not. Oh, you see, that's just a little trick. That's to make sure that my interviewee hasn't lost concentration. You see, we at the National Leisure Bureau always... The National Leisure Bureau...
When you arrived, it was the National Leisure Council. How long have you been in this job, Miss Gladstone?
We've just been to see Mrs. Thomas. She had quite a lot to say about how you and her husband helped plan the St. Hall Lane bank job, how Gemmell was the banker. She doesn't like you. Did you know that?
In fact, quite a busy day. And what else have you dreamed up? Really, Inspector. I know Diana. She wouldn't
say anything? Why not? What's she got to lose?
Oh, you're bluffing.
Read that. It's her statement.
Olivia Gladstone, eh? Of the National Leisure Council. Well, we know there's no such thing as the National Leisure Council. How about Olivia Gladstone? What's your real name?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Address?
222 Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, what have you done with Richard, Liz?
I left him browsing in Cartier's.
And what brings you to London, Liz?
I just adore slumming.
Who sent you?
Who sent me where?
To see Mrs. Thomas. What's the matter, Liz? Come on now, a cat got your tongue?
No. I just remembered something. I made myself a promise never to talk to the fuzz.
Oh, why's that? Why don't you like us?
The police are the servants of the bosses, that's why.
You're not Elizabeth Taylor. You're Jane Fonda. I could have you for false pretenses. But come on now. Why don't you like us? Had dealings with us before, have you? What was it? Drugs, shoplifting, or something more serious like aiding and abetting an escaped prisoner?
You're frightening me to death.
Love your outfit, Miss Fonda. Did Henry buy it for you?
Yes. Daddy spoils me something shocking.
Only one thing I don't like about it. Bag's the wrong
Give me that. I'll report you to the Civil Liberties Council.
Don't forget the National Leisure Council.
You'll not find my address in there. My mother told me never to carry it. She said I might get bothered by weirdies.
You nervous?
Why should I be?
Tranquilizers. Miss Patricia Hudson. 1 3 times a day. Get on to CRO. I want a full check done on Patricia Hudson. Oh, come on now, you're going to save me 5 minutes. That's all it takes for them to look up their old copies of photoplay. Right. You know, I think you're really Alice in Wonderland.
Did it take Hollis so long to find the damn thing?
Well, you know what Hollis is like. I mean, it's
Gemmel's personal file.
Where?
Clifford's car. Didn't have time to destroy it. Hollis's people were waiting for him when he got home last night.
Why the hell were they sitting on it?
Hollis didn't realize it was significant.
Hollis?
Yeah, and there's this forensic report.
One personal file belonging to Cecil Gemmell. Yesterday it was seen in his office. Last night it was found in your car. Did it walk?
It contains letters addressed to you. Why did you take it away? Then I'll tell you. Because Gemmell was dead when you left, and you knew the police would be looking for clues to his killer's identity.
All right. And so I was there. But I didn't kill him.
Why were you there?
For a meeting.
What about?
Business.
What business?
People consult solicitors for all sorts of things. Confidential things.
Your solicitors are Davidson and Son.
Don't waste our time, Clifford. Now, somebody removed the marks from the doors in those offices. Now, why?
You're the experts.
First bright thing you've said. The last person to leave those premises cleaned up after him because Gemmell was dead when he left.
Where were you?
I'd gone by then.
Now, Gemmell was killed in his outer office, dragged through into the inner office.
Where were you when Thomas turned up? Where were you?
I told you I'd gone by then.
No. You were in the inner office with Gemmell's body.
And the door locked.
Oh, now look.
You stayed there until Thomas got tired of waiting, didn't you?
For sake.
When he'd gone, you came out, wiped the door handles, and left.
That's very ingenious. But what about the proof?
I was coming to that. Your clothes were examined, and certain evidence was obtained from them.
What evidence?
Bloodstains, which implicate you in this murder. John Clifford, I'm charging you with the murder of Cecil Gemmell. It's my duty to warn you that you're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. Anything you do say may be taken down and given in evidence.
It wasn't murder.
Oh?
Gemmell had been difficult about money. He never had any cash readily available. He said he'd financed other clients' accounts and could only give me a few £100s occasionally. Me. After all those months I spent planning. And that little bastard was just sitting on it. So I decided to put the wind up him. I got hold of him, and then he just went berserk. He rushed into the outer office and pulled a gun out of a drawer. I went after him. I wasn't scared. He was such a pathetic creature. There was a bit of a scuffle. I got the gun, clouted him with it. Not very hard, but...
And when you heard Thomas coming, you dragged Gemmell into his office.
What about the gun? What happened to the gun?
I didn't have time to pick it up. When I came out, it was gone.
What do you mean it was gone?
Well, Thomas must have picked it up.
So, you waited until Thomas had gone, figuring that as he had so obligingly carried the can for the bank job, he'd have no objection to doing the same thing for a murder.
Oh, for God's sake. I did everything I could for him. I looked after his wife and kids. I sprang him from prison. I knew you people would catch up with him sooner or later. He couldn't be much worse off.
You make me sick.
It wasn't murder.
Message from CRO, sir.
We'll let the courts decide that.
Patricia Jane Hudson, 22, Rochester Grove, West 10. Is that where he is? Well, I'm afraid you won't be joining him. Take it down, make it comfortable. You'll be our guest tonight.
Don't knock him about. You think he killed that old man, but he didn't. He just wants to see his wife. He loves her. He said he'd be happy with 1 hour with her. Please, don't knock him about.
Nobody's going to knock him about. If he's sensible.
Oh. What now?
Oh, now you go out and pick him up.
12 men, 3 cars.
Whatever you need.
He's armed.
All right, draw a couple of revolvers from the station officer, if you think you need them.
He'll be nervous. If he's jumped by armed policemen, he might shoot.
Are you nervous? I'll get Hollis to do it, if you'd rather.
I wouldn't. I'd rather use some imagination. Go slow. Watch the house. Wait.
Sooner or later, you have to go in.
Let the wife go in first. Look, he's a desperate man, but he's not a murderer, not yet. If we bust into that house before he's got the one thing he wants...
An hour with his wife.
Yeah. He'll use that gun. We'll have turned him into a murderer. Is that what you want? Is it?
Suppose he gives us the slip.
You tell me to go and get him. I let him get away. I'll be for it, won't I? Back on the beat.
Yeah. What if he uses the wife as a hostage?
If he's on his own, he'll be on the lookout for us. If he's got someone with him, he'll be unprepared. It's as simple as that.
Is it? Look, I'm not telling you how to do it. Just do it.
Been in and out all day, and there was a terrible thing in the paper.
Hold on, Di. Let me get the door shut.
Well, I knew it wasn't you. What are we going to do?
Did anyone follow you here?
No, I don't think so. They took that girl away. You did send her, didn't you? Anyway, they took her away, and then one of them came back, the one with the glasses, and told me to come here. Well,
Wait a minute,
it was
Di.
a bit strange.
They told you to come here?
Yes. Darling. Have you been worrying about us? Everything's been fine. Johnny had flu, but he got over it very quickly. And,
He said all of the
and
letters.
Sammy's got a prize for
Can you
drawing.
talk now?
I thought it was a...
Thomas. Steve Thomas. This is the police. We know you're there. We know you're armed. Time's up. Throw your gun out of the window.
Time to go, Thomas. Ready when you are.
We've said our goodbyes.
I'm sorry. Come on. I'll give you a lift home.